Look what Jeep just dropped off. That's right, the final boss of Wranglers. This is the 2024 Jeep Rubicon 392 Final Edition. It's a whopping $107,000. Yes, you heard me correctly, friends. It is awesome. So by now, I'd say most of our subscribers are probably already familiar in some of the subtle changes here for 2024. And so if you're familiar with that already, great, because in this video, we're gonna talk about what makes this machine so incredibly badass. And of course, we're gonna feature that 392 V8 paired with some of those final edition touches. So what do you say we get after it? Let's let her rip. All right, guys, let's dive right in. Shown here in the bright white paint job, of course, with all of the telltale bronze accents with the 392 FE, and I think white and bronze is extremely timeless. Our triple loop grill guard over the bumper there, and that is gonna hide your worn 8,000-pound winch, which is standard on the 392 FE. Twin bronze tow hooks, I like that. And then moving up top here, you got more bronze working, of course, with the Rubicon lettering and with the 392 badge, and a unique hood decal, by the way. It's got like a reflective graphic. You get a really cool view. Now you're also getting the functional hood scoop here equipped with the Hydro Guide technology. This is essentially going to move 15 gallons of water per minute from the intake to prevent hydrolocking, of course, and it does allow this particular Jeep to ford over 34 inches of water. The 392 suspension, it's going to add roughly a ½ inch of height to the Rubicon's XR package, which brings the total ground clearance up to roughly 11.5 inches, thanks to the help from the KO2s, 35-inch KO2s around the really sexy bronze beadlock capable wheels. More final edition badging can be found if you look closely here on the vinyl vent surround. I really dig that. The heavy-duty rock sliders here from Mopar with their step assist, as they call it. But to be completely honest, you're not really getting much of an assist per se here, especially if you are, let's just say, vertically challenged. The best part of this entire rig, and that is the 6.4 liter Hemi V8 bellowing out a stout 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Now, in my opinion, guys, this engine brings an otherwise kind of boring on-road vehicle to life and just makes this thing a blast to drive no matter where you are going, and sounds rather incredible while doing so, thanks to the included push-button active exhaust. All right, guys, out back, we certainly got some bump in our 392 Rubicon thanks to the Alpine subwoofer. The 83-piece toolkit, definitely helpful on the trail. Also included or standard with the FE is this fold-down trail table. Always nice to have some functional workspace on your rig. Optional and included with our rig is the built-in air compressor. It's gonna set you back 2 Gs, but it's done in a very clean manner. As you can see, you got your little dial here. You can adjust your pressure to which the actual compressor will turn off. They do include your outlet and a coiled hose with the system. I really dig that. Of course, it wouldn't be a JL without your info plate here. And this one, of course, is unique to the 392 and in bronze because, of course. But let's talk about some of the interior appointments here. Starting with the standard black Napa leather seats. You can see the bronze contrasting stitch or embroidery there, in addition to the stitching on the bolsters. I really, really like that. The seats themselves, again, power adjustable, and that bronze stitching does find its way onto places like your steering wheel here, of course, your dash, and also your door cards. I really like that a lot. 392 Final Edition Easter egg right there. I like that right on the shifter. Could have maybe incorporated some bronze somewhere down there, but I guess you don't want to get too carried away with that. A lot of it is standard Rubicon, nicely appointed, very comfy, very techy, which is what you would expect here when you're spending this kind of dough. A brand new 12.3-inch center screen there. That is a nice little addition. But maybe one of my favorite parts here about this particular interior, it is not standard, it's an option. Sky one-touch retractable roof here. I dig that because you are getting a lot of the appearance benefits and noise benefits of a hardtop, but at the same time, you are still able to get that really slick open air experience. Let's let her rip. Ready? That is incredible. Traditionally, I'm not the biggest Jeep guy. Now that they do what we just did, I'm all in, man. This thing is a game changer. And like I said, for people that spend the majority time on pavement, it instantly transforms this Jeep into something that is just so much more enjoyable to drive day in, day out. Now, quick stats here. Obviously, we got the Dana 44 up front, full floating Dana 44 in the rear, 456 rear gear in this thing. So it really does get through that 8-speed pretty quick. I dig that. Advertised 0 to 60 times somewhere in the mid 4 to 5 second range. That's pretty impressive overall. So much fun. Now, you are still getting like very Jeepy type of experience in the interior, but let's face it, guys, you don't buy a Jeep for its interior, quietness, and you certainly don't buy a Jeep for its good miles per gallon, right? And if that sounds like you, well, then you'll have no complaints here. And apparently they sold out of the 3,700 Final Edition models that they made for 2024, and they're gonna keep it going for 2025. So remember what I said earlier about final-ish? I guess this isn't really the final edition, and that's nothing but good news, baby. I love it. The best sounding V8 engine out right now, hands down. Here, I'll prove it to you. Well, I just took about 2 miles per gallon out of my average, so I hope it was worth it for you guys. I know it was worth it for me. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Jeep, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.